Welcome back. Sometimes when you go into your views, when you want to change the appearance of your view and you go to visibility and graphics and you find that everything in the visibility graphic appears to be grayed out. Some of you might be aware that this is a cause of view template. Sometimes you might changing one of your views and then you go to your another view and you find that accidentally you have changed that view also. Some of you might be aware of view templates. If you go to the properties in identity data, you will find view template. In this video, I'll explain Revit View Templates in the simplest way and show you how to control your drawings properly. To demonstrate view templates, we have taken a small example of a residential building which is three-story. In this model, we have modeled walls, floors, railings, columns, framings, and some topographic area. If we go to a level 0 plan, you will notice that in this plan you can see walls, footings, ground beams, doors, staircase, floor, a lot of things, and this plan looks messy. To make this plan neater and also to a discipline oriented, which means if we only wants to see architecture elements or if we just want to see the structural elements, we must be doing some modification to this. Also, at one time, what this plan is showing is it is going beyond some levels and we don't want to see those elements in few of our views. So we want to adjust view range. We might want to change the detail level to turn on and turn off few of the element categories. We might need to go to visibility and graphics. And if we want to create some sort of filter, we need to take help of visibility graphics for that as well. So to sum up, a view template is a predefined set of rules. Which rules? They are visibility graphics, some rules in view range, some in detail level phasings. So whatever modification you do to create a view of your choice and how you want your view to behave within Revit is called view templates. Once applied, the view must follow the template. Most user thinks that visibility and graphic is not working because sometimes the settings are overridden by view templates. So what we will do is we will create our first view template. So I have taken example of one of the projects where we don't have any view templates. So for view templates, you must go to views and view templates. Here you can see manage view templates is grayed out because we don't have any view templates. So to create a view templates, let us start modifying one of the views. Let's suppose we want to make an architecture plan where we don't want to see the structural footings, structural ground beams, etc. So let us duplicate level 0 plan. I'm just duplicating it. And now let us rename it to call architecture layout. So we'll call it architecture plan. And now we'll start adjusting the plan. So let us go to view range and you'll see it is looking far beyond the level 0. So we don't want to see too much below. For architecture plan, we don't want to see the below level elements. So we are saying we don't want to see below ground level. or below the associate level, which is ground level. And we also don't want to see up to that top. So we are saying we are fine with 1500 mm. So now you see it has turned off all the foundations. But what has happened is that it is still showing the structural column. So we have adjusted view range. Now I'm going to visibility and graphics, and I want to turn off the structural columns. Now my plan looks better. The windows which earlier were visible are now not appearing because they were at a higher level. So let us readjust the view range to look little bit more up. So now we can see our windows are visible. Now what I want is these interior walls. I want to see them in a different color. So I'll see what their name is. So they are wall partition. Let us either copy their name. So we'll go to view, we'll go to filters, we'll create one filter. Let us name it based on the wall name, and we'll pick walls, and we'll say if there is name is equals to what we are telling is this interior wall, then it will pick it. Now we'll go to visibility graphics. We'll add a filter which we have just created, and we'll say that change its cut pattern to some red color. So it has changed the color of these all walls to red. Now let's create a different filter. Let us create a filter for exterior walls. So now what we say is the walls name, which is not equal to the name we have just taken. And let us add the filter here, exterior walls, and we say let's turn them into a different color, maybe a blue shade. Here it is. So now the plan looks little bit better, and we are just seeing the architecture elements in the architecture plan. Let us check if this project has grids. So we go to visibility graphics. Grids comes under annotation category. We go to grids, and here we have grids turned off. Let's turn them on and see if we have them. Okay, we have the grids. So this looks bit better. And now we go to our level 0 plan. We just pick all these annotations. We go to architecture plan and paste to the current view. So this plan looks bit better. We'll change its scale to 1 is to 50. And let us apply some dimensions. So here we have a flow, and if we want our flow to look little bit in some shade, because we barely see the flow with white color, so we want to apply some color shade. Let us say it's some sort of concrete color or might be some different color. So we are applying a color to flow. So here we can see the flow. So you can make as much as modifications you want in your plan. And now we want to create a plan of level 1 with the similar settings. So now the level 1 plan looks something like this. But we have created a plan 0 which looks better. So what we will do is, like, based on these settings, we'll go to view templates and we'll see that create a templates from current view. So this is our architecture template, and this has logged all the options which appearing here, that if you wants to change scale, so we have taken scale 1 is to 50. Whatever modifications we have modified in the model category, so they appear here, like we applied something to flow, we have created some filters which it will take care of, and similarly other visibility settings. So let's hit OK. And this is level 1 plan. Let us duplicate this plan and we call it architecture plan. And now to simply enhance this view, we'll apply the view template which we just created. So we'll go to view template and we'll apply the architecture template. And it has just did the magic for us. In offices, view templates are used to maintain drawing standard, avoid mistakes, keep sheets consistent, it saves time. That's why view templates are mandatory in real projects. When we are talking about view templates, let us talk about common mistakes which we should avoid while working with view templates. Editing views instead of templates are common mistakes. Applying wrong template to wrong view is a common mistake. Also, while working to view templates, you are not locking the required settings from here in your view templates. Let us take another example and let us create a structural plan. So we'll go to level 0 and we'll duplicate this plan, and let's just try modifying this plan into a structural plan. Let us call it structural plan. And in the structural plan, I don't want to see these walls, doors, and other structure architecture elements. Sorry. So I go to visibility graphics, walls, windows, doors, and I have some site elements which are appearing below the floor. So that I'll turn off. I'll turn off floor. I'll turn off staircase, and the railings which we have. I hope I have remembered pretty much items. Yep. So this is sort of a structural plan is there. So this is not a foundation plan, and this is, let's suppose, the structural floor plans. So what I want is I want to see the structural floor. I don't want to see footings, or might be I want to see the structural foundations, but in half tone shade because they are below this level. And to the structural columns, what I would like to see as a concrete shade. So in their cut pattern, because they are appearing as a cut pattern in the plan, so I want to apply this cut pattern. And to structural flow, they are appearing in projection. So I would like to add a concrete projection color, and let's see. So this plan looks bit better. As a standard 1 is to 100 is a standard practice for the plans, but let's suppose for this project or something, we want 1 is to 75, and we want to keep all of our structure plans at 1 is to 75. I want to see the grids, but I want to see the grids in some colors. So the option is not here for the color changing. So we need a filter. So we'll go to add a filter. So let us create one for grids. So we'll say we want to capture grids, and we pick grids from here, and from here we'll pick all grids, and let's pick the grids and we change its color to, let's suppose we want to see grids in red. That's it. So we can see our grids in the structural plan. So the structural plan is pretty much ready. Now we want one foundation plan. So let us duplicate the structural plan. So let us duplicate the structural plan. We call it foundations plan. So this is foundation plan, and here we don't want to see the floors and ground beams because they are above the foundation level. So floor I have turned off, and let me turn off the structural framing. So here we can see the foundation, but the foundations are appearing little bit off based on our last setting. So I'll go to foundation, and to foundations I'll apply some color, the concrete color. And yep, so here is our foundation plan. So now we have created this plan, and now I want to create templates out of these plans. So I'll go to view template. I'll create template based on current plan, and I'll call it foundation plan. So this is a foundation plan, and so now I have just created the template based on this layout, but this layout is still without the template, but settings are same because the template created based on this. So I'll apply the foundation plan template, and now I'll go to structural plan. I'll create one more template. This is structural plan, and the same I'll do applying here the structural plan. Now if you want to develop your level 1 structural plan, so you'll just go to the plan, and I'll just duplicate it, and I'll call it structural plan for level 1. And as we have template, I'll just say just change it so it's 1 is to 100, and our structure plan is 1 is to 75, so it will update. So if you create templates, it will help you in achieving your plans quickly. So in our project, when I started, I told you that this is a multi-story building. So it has levels 1, 2, and 3. So for level 2 and 3 also, if we wants to create plan, so we'll first go to view, and we'll say we wants to create flow plans for level 2 and 3. So we have created this plan, and let's suppose we wants to duplicate duplicate. So what we are doing is we are creating level 2 structure and architecture plan, and architecture plan. So how quick is this? Once you have a template, you can create plans, and you can apply template, and it will just adjust its visibility. Okay, so now let me open these plans, all four. So I have opened level 3 structure plan, level 3 architecture plan, level 2 structure, level 2 architecture. So these four plans. So level 2 structure plan, Let us pick these plan from here and let's apply the template. Architecture template. So it's applied here. Structure plan, and let's apply the template of structure plan. So it was one plan and you use the template to enhance your views. So you can create view templates for any sort of views, plan, elevation, section, whatever. Let us take an example and go to elevation. Let us close all other windows. So here you can see this is one of your elevations, and let us turn on all the elevations. So here we have four elevations, and in this one, let's suppose I'll not do much modification. I'll just change the color of wall. So I'll go to wall, and what I want, or either we wants to see these in consistent color, or could be we wants to see them in realistic colors. So you can do any modification. So I have done this in realistic, and I'm not doing much changes. We in elevation, let's suppose I don't want to see the levels. Okay, yeah, so I want some this sort of elevation, or even the grids are not appearing nice. So I want like this sort of a you know view template for elevation. So I'll just create a view template for elevations, and this I have done. I'll apply to all, and that's it. So it has now applied to all. Hope you have learned something new from this Revit tutorial. Thank you.